The danger of AI. Now, consider the case of Angela Lips, a 50-year-old grandmother in Tennessee who was arrested by police officers with guns drawn for a crime that was allegedly committed 1,200 miles away in North Dakota after being misidentified by facial recognition software. She spent almost 6 months in jail before being released when it was clear she could not have committed the crime. More on this later. In this video, we will talk about the dangers of artificial intelligence-driven facial recognition software, a few cases where this technology has led to wrongful arrests and incarceration with serious life-altering consequences. And we will look at some state legislation to deal with its use. According to Microsoft, facial recognition is a form of computer vision, where specific software, utilizing machine learning in the form of deep learning and convolutional neural networks, CNNs, takes facial features and forms a pattern which is subsequently used to identify a face. Facial recognition is believed to be extremely accurate with rates that exceed 99%. This technology is currently being used by individuals to unlock phones and in online banking for identification. The use of facial recognition technology in law enforcement circles has been lauded in recent years after major successes, such as the capture of Ronald Dwayne Carnes, who escaped from a prison in North Carolina and was on the run for 41 years. He was captured after facial recognition technology matched a recent photo taken during the application for a driving license under a new name to an older photo linked to the original name. While there is no doubt that AI-driven facial recognition software has been beneficial in capturing fugitives and assisting in critical investigations, this technology is not without flaws, and severe consequences can result when humans use it without additional scrutiny. This is particularly true in the case of Angela Lips, a 50-year-old grandmother in Tennessee who was arrested for theft that occurred 1,200 miles away in North Dakota, a state she had never visited. She was taken into custody after she was wrongly identified by facial recognition software. After being incarcerated for almost 6 months, she was released after it was conclusively shown that at the time the theft was being committed in North Dakota, banking records placed her in Tennessee. While in government custody, she lost her home, car, and dog. In another recent case, a Floridian man named Bo Burgess was arrested for fraud and theft after being falsely identified by a facial recognition software known as FACES, which stands for Face Analysis Comparison and Examination System. He was subsequently released after it was shown that he had tattoos while the wanted suspect did not have said tattoos. In the case of Bo Burgess and Angela Lips, the facial recognition software utilized was wrong and indicates that the technology, while incredibly accurate, is not infallible. Dr. Michael King of the Florida Institute of Technology in Melbourne states that officers and judges need training on how to interpret results from facial recognition software. To this end, some states have enacted legislation to regulate how law enforcement agencies use the results of facial recognition. For example, Alabama and Maryland allow the use of facial recognition, but identification by facial recognition cannot be the only reason for an arrest or to establish probable cause before a judge. Both states require additional information or independently acquired evidence to make an arrest or establish probable cause. Some states like Vermont and Maine have stricter laws that restrict the use of facial recognition technology, except in the investigation of serious specific crimes. I'm going to conclude by saying that there is no doubt that facial recognition software is a valuable tool in the hands of responsible law enforcement and governmental agencies. However, its utilization must be responsible, ethical, and the results obtained from its use must be critically analyzed by officers and judges that have been trained to understand its inherent limitations. In the next video, we will examine how this technology is being used by totalitarian governments such as Iran, Russia, and Turkey to suppress fundamental human rights.